Puerto Rico, 1984, an American Airlines flight to the British Virgin Islands is cancelled. Not delayed, not rerouted, cancelled. Because not enough passengers had turned up to make it worth the airline's while. The people who had shown up were expected to wait. Most of them did. Richard Branson didn't. He was 33, already running Virgin Records, already the kind of person who looked at a problem and thought, why isn't anyone just fix this? So he went to the back of the airport, found a charter company, and asked a simple question. How much would it cost to hire a plane? He did the maths on the spot, divided the charter cost by the number of seats, worked out what each ticket would need to cost to cover it. He even counted in his own seat, so if this worked, he wouldn't just get to the Virgin Islands, he'd fly for free. He borrowed a blackboard, picked up a piece of chalk, and by his own admission, half as a joke, wrote the words that started everything. Virgin Airways, $39, one way. Then he walked the terminal, pitching stranded passengers one by one. Not luxury, not status, just a flight that would actually leave. And that was enough. The seats filled, the plane took off, and somewhere over the Caribbean, Branson had a thought that he couldn't shake. This wasn't just a broken moment, it was a broken model, and nobody was doing anything about it. Within months, he was on the phone to Boeing, an Englishman from the music business, asking, as he later put it, what deals were available on a jumbo jet. Boeing were amused, but they leased him one anyway, a second-hand Boeing 747, registration G-Virg. He named it Maiden Voyager, and on the 22nd of June 1984, Virgin Atlantic Airways took off from London Gatwick to Newark. One route, one leased plane, 70 cases of champagne. An 8-hour party at 35,000 feet. The established carriers weren't worried, but they should have been, because Virgin didn't just undercut their prices, it changed customers' expectations. It brought the focus back to the customer. The airlines had become complacent, and Virgin now offered what they were missing. And once people experienced that, they didn't forget it. The carriers who'd spent decades quietly carving up the skies, without competition, without challenge, suddenly found themselves being asked a question they hadn't heard in years. Why should we choose you? Virgin Atlantic went on to become one of the world's leading long-haul carriers, flying millions of passengers a year, generating billions in annual revenue, a brand so distinct that British Airways allegedly spent years trying to destroy it, and ended up paying $945,000 in damages for their trouble, the largest libel settlement in British legal history. But here's what the story's really about. It isn't about Branson being smarter than everyone else in that terminal. It's about what happens when someone, in the middle of a completely ordinary frustration, asks a question one step further than everyone else had stopped at. What if I just fix this myself? That question built an airline. It's also built some of the most recognizable companies on earth, and that's what this series is about. Every business you've ever used started somewhere, not in a boardroom, not in a strategy document. In a moment, a cancelled flight, a waffle iron, a dorm room, a garage. A simple problem that somebody refused to just accept. This is Startup Stories, and we're just getting started.